So how you fix for loot? Huh? How you doing? Now, do you know the answer to that? See, that's the problem, isn't it? Because you're not absolutely sure where you stand, but you're a little worried. Are you worried enough to maybe change some of the things in your life? Let's do that right now. Andrew Rafal. Andrew is a partner and co-founder of Strategy Financial Group. And besides all of your skills, my understanding is you're a Cleveland guy, through and through.
Born and raised.
Right?
That's right.
All right. Okay. It was the voice of God, and apparently he spent some time in Cleveland, too. I need to know right off the top, before we start helping people with their retirement, this weekend, Hoyer or Manziel?
That's an easy one. Johnny Football. He's got to be the guy. Hoyer just hasn't shown us anything in the last few weeks. It's time to go to Johnny.
That's the way you start a financial segment. All right, listen, should everyone have a trust?
Everyone should have some type of plan for their demise, whether it be a will, a trust, or looking at their beneficiary forms.
But everybody should have a will of some kind, though, shouldn't they?
You should.
Okay, who gets a trust and who doesn't need one?
You know, as an investment advisor, can't give legal advice, but when we look at an estate plan, a trust should be used if we have a lot of times assets over, $50,000 in value. It helps protect from probate. It also can help if we have children that are special needs, to make sure that if something does happen, that the assets can stay held in trust to protect them over their lifetime.
And the absolutely necessary documents that we should all make sure we have?
Yeah. In regards to health care planning, we look at powers of attorney, HIPAA documents. Those are critical, because if we're unable to make decisions for ourselves, we need to make sure that the loved ones, the right people, can step in immediately rather than them having to go fight to get that from the courts.
And a living will.
Yeah,
let people know so they don't have to guess at the end of your life.
Correct.
What it is that you actually have in mind.
Just taking that out of the equation for somebody else to have to make that decision is so important.
Let's move up a little earlier in life then, okay? Maybe we've taken care of the latter days. Right now, analyzing my personal worth. I just asked everybody if they knew what they were worth. And I know that the majority of people just have no idea.
I would say it's 80% that don't know actually everything that they do have. You think in terms of in your working years, a lot of times we're in different employers, so we have 401k plans all over the place. We have life insurance policies that sometimes the kids don't even know about. So a lot of what our clients are starting to do is aggregate everything using technology to bring everything together so that we know exactly what we have at different places, which is obviously very important to make sure that we have enough money in the retirement years.
Don't people just seem to generally concentrate on what they have in the bank as opposed to what things are worth, like their homes?
Yeah, when we look at the value of an investable asset, that's what people a lot of times know what they have. But when we look at the value of a home, that's equity that we're building that can ultimately be used as maybe we hit retirement, we want to downsize. It's good to know what the value is on that, because then it can be used later in life to help make sure we don't avoid the pitfalls of running out of money.
Does your company help with tax planning?
We do. So as an investment advisory firm, we partner with CPAs, state planning attorneys, and we look at taxes as one of the most important parts of the overall plan.
Why?
If we can give less to Uncle Sam the right way, that means more in our pockets. It means
safe. She said the right way.
Yes, the right way.
No cheating.
No cheating. We can't do that, but we want to make sure that we're putting away as much as possible, using all the credits, all the deductions that are available, and a lot of times you need somebody professional to do that.
What about doing it ourselves, though? We are told regularly, and after all, if it's on television, it must be true.
It must be true, right.
We are told this plan, this computer plan, and so. And I know some people who have done very well with it.
I mean, there's a lot of people that have done well, but I look at it as when I have a toothache, I don't do it myself. I don't get my hair done myself, as we have Empire coming in a little later today.
Oh, that's very good. How you smooth.
Well, we look at it as it's as important as planning for your future, retirement, all of those things. You should work with trusted professionals in most cases.
Okay. Now, I'm going to do my Scrooge part here. Do I really have to give anything to the family? I mean, I have this problem. I love the idea of my wife and me taking care of us, going on the vacations we want to go to, spending our money, right? And then, God bless you, kids, go make your own.
Yeah, I think a lot of my clients joke with me that the last check that they write is going to bounce. So that means they enjoyed everything up until the last day. So
I love that.
Thank you. But I look at that as you want to definitely teach the kids the value of work ethic and to make it on their own. For most people, leaving a legacy becomes the third or fourth area. Taking care of oneself is so important as we're living longer now.
What's the biggest mistake that people make generally?
Yeah, I think it's overall just not having a retirement roadmap, not having all the pieces of the puzzle working together, looking at things like Social Security, pension, is life insurance there, long-term care, making sure that income is where it needs to be. Because if you don't have income in retirement, there is no retirement.
But here's the question you've been waiting for.
Yes.
Can I really do that by myself?
Yeah. I think there's the few may be able to do it by themselves, but if you look at what your professionalism is, what people know, a doctor is great at what they do. Did they spend the time to learn about the financial markets, all the ins and outs of everything? And I just look at it as you should at least have a trusted advisor that's walking you through things, maybe not handing everything over.
A trusted advisor like you.
That's correct.
The name of the company, once again?
Strategy Financial Group.
You can ask for Andrew Rafal. Just say, oh, yeah, no, well, you were that guy that had those answers to those questions that the Irish kid gave you on the Morning Scramble.